What's up, guys? It's Wally, and today we're going to be doing some battles with the rental team featuring a Sand Rush Excadrill. So if you guys have been up on the ladder lately, then you are definitely no stranger to T-Tar and Excadrill together. And I remember even back in Sword Shield that this was a really popular duo, mainly because of the fact that T-Tar with the Sandstorm is able to set the Sandstorm, and then Excadrill with that Sand Rush does double its speed when that Sandstorm is active. I mean, normally Excadrill does have an 88 base speed. I know, it's not terrible, but it's definitely not something that's going to outspeed a majority of the Pokemon in the meta. But when you consider the fact that with that Sandstorm, it doubles that speed, you can kind of think of it as kind of going up to a 176 base speed. I know it doesn't necessarily work like that, but still, you can kind of think of it that way. And that means that you're going to be outspeeding things even like Dragapult that are pretty popular in the meta right now too. I know they're not everywhere, but still, that's what I think about when I think about the fastest Pokemon that is in Regulation H right now. And that's an extremely beneficial thing, especially if you don't want to take the turn to be able to set up the Tailwind. You can always end up going with that, and then Excadrill is going to be faster than anyone that's not a prankster Pokemon with something like that. So again, you get that really big benefit from that. Tyranitar is still going to be out there. It's going to get that special defense boost because of the Sandstorm, and neither of them are going to end up taking any residual damage from the Sandstorm itself. You can end up getting that on other Pokemon as well, and if they have Pokemon that have like a Focus Sash, as long as they don't have something like Safety Goggles, or they're not like a Ground, Rock, or Steelmon, then you're going to be able to kind of take that away. So think of something like Whimsicott. You'll be able to take away that Sash once it ends up going out there because of that Sandstorm. The main two that are going to be here that we're really going to focus on are the T-Tar and that Excadrill, because I think that even just those two together could really sweep some teams. Again, Excadrill's got the speed, the Iron Head has that chance to flinch when it ends up hitting a Pokemon, and then Earthquake and High Horsepower are both extremely strong stab moves that Excadrill is going to be able to benefit from, especially when you incorporate that 30% extra with the Life Orb. You're going to be doing some serious damage, even if a Pokemon is just neutral to it. And again, T-Tar as well is going to be great because you do have that flying Terra, and then the Terra Blast as well, so that could always come as a surprise to some Pokemon, but that will also allow Excadrill to go with the Earthquake, not hit T-Tar, and be able to hit both of the opponents. So, again, really great synergy between these two, and Lottie, who is the one who ended up allowing me to use this team, which, Lottie, thank you very much for that. Did a really great job thinking about that before putting this team together. So, I'm really excited to see what these two can do together. We did a couple of battles on stream with it, and they went pretty well, so I'm excited to see if that was a fluke or if we can get that to happen again here. So we'll get into some battles, but before we do, as always, if you guys are new here, just haven't chat, please make sure to go down and hit the subscribe button. If you guys do enjoy the video, please make sure to drop a like too. But let's get into the battles. Well. Sand Team versus Sand Team. Who would have guessed it? So, I think it's actually going to be important to make sure that we do get the sand set up ourselves, though. Okay, here's what I think we're going to do. The teams look very, very similar to one another. But I think we're going to start with our T-Tar Excadrill. Because again, that's who this video is about. Why not? Let's go with those guys, and then I mean, definitely Corviknight. I think Corviknight's going to be good in this battle. Just from a support standpoint and stuff like that, too. But let's go them, and then damn. I could say Primarina. Although I am worried about Grass and Poison. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll figure it out as it goes. Plus, again, with Liquid Voice, we do have a water move that's going to be good, and especially for like the Steelmons and stuff like that that are going to resist the Moonblast. It's nice to have something that is still going to do normal effective damage and stab damage at that. Return Trevenant, that's fair. All right. So, here's what we're going to do. Alright, I think we're going to go for the knockoff over there. I'm going to go for the Iron Head up into T-Tar, just in case it's going to end up... Because I would imagine this is going to be like a Flying Terror or something like that to get away from, like... Yeah, to get away from, like, an Earthquake. So, realistically, I probably should have went with the Rock Slide then, but at least we have something that's going to be neutral over there. And it's going to do some good damage. And even potentially flinch. Goodbye, Trevenant. Very nice. So, if they were going to set Trick Room for some reason, no longer. Zoom Lens! Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Brick Break. Not great for us. But it happens. So, here's who we go with now then. I feel like maybe we could potentially send in Primarina. Yeah, let's go Primarina. We may as well. Good old Garchomp. So, let's go with the Hyper Voice. Yeah, let's go with the Hyper Voice. And it seems ridiculous, but I'm going to protect with Excadrill. I know we have the speed, but I wanted to see if they were going to Terror or anything like that. And plus, being able to go with something like this, yeah, that would have been rough for us. Yeah, again, was going to allow us to see what they were going to end up doing. Nice. Even better. Let's go. It's going to be a water move going into both of them, which is going to be a neutral hit. But still some damn good damage. Plus, we get our thing right there as well. So, I think we're going to have to go into... Nice. I think we're going to have to go into a Garchomp on this one. T-Tar goes down here to the damage, though. So that's good. So just in case they decide to swap in, we're going to protect here with Primarina. Because, again, I doubt that they would swap someone in, but if they did, an Earthquake would be great. Otherwise, I think High Horsepower could actually do enough damage. We'll give it a shot. We'll go for the High Horsepower. If this is like Gholdengo, I'm going to be upset. Okay, good. So it wasn't going to matter either way. I feel a lot better about that now. So Primarina is going to protect. We wanted to do that anyways, though. That might be Sandvale, too. Well, that is unfortunate. But Excadrill survives. Let's go. I am surprised, but very, very happy about it. Let's go with the Moonblast over there. And I'm actually going to go with the Iron Head over there, too. Sandvale. Okay, but if we hit with the Moonblast, that's okay. We can tolerate that. We do. And it's enough. That's awesome. That's good news. That's not. That's alright. The sand goes away. Nope, we got one more of it. Totally understandable. Here comes T-Tar, obviously. Who's going to get knocked out to the sand, which is great for us. And if we swap out, though, we end up losing our +1. But I feel like we need to do that to preserve Primarina. You know what I mean? Otherwise, they're just going to be able to knock it out here. Probably with Corviknight. Screw it. Let's go Hyper Voice. And let's go Iron Head up into T-Tar. Take them out. That's good. Now that means that as long as we get our Hyper Voice, that's going to be a single target over into Corviknight. Although Excadrill is now gone. We just have to hope that this is not Brave Bird, and it is. This is going to be a really boring endgame, guys. I apologize ahead of time. Yeah, we should have swapped out. But yeah, this is going to be a really boring endgame. We're just going to be Brave Birding into each other and probably roosting. We'll see what ends up happening. In fact, you know what? I think I'm going to start... No, we can't do that, though. We can't do that. Sorry. Actually, hold on. Let me think about this. Yeah, we can. I'm stupid. Let's go taunt into Corviknight, just so they can't get a roost or anything like that. You know what I mean? Let's try to get out ahead of the game. They're going to continue to take recoil damage, which is good. We'll be able to go roost, which is even better. But again, that'll kind of help out. So our rotation here, of course you're going to be... Oh, never mind. That's fair. Yeah, let's still taunt, though. And again, that's why. So yeah, our rotation here is going to be taunt, Brave Bird, roost, taunt. Brave Bird, roost, taunt, and all that kind of stuff. Just until pretty much the end of the game. So let's go Brave Bird. That's some good damage. That's okay. Again, I think that we're going to be on a good schedule here, though. In terms of, you know, how our turns are going to play out. Because the taunt will go away, I think. Is it after this one, or is it one more? Okay, it's one more. Then in that case, let's just go Brave Bird. Okay, so maybe that's not the right rotation that I'm going to be on. My bad. You know what I mean, though. We're going to have to taunt whenever they end up losing their, you know, the taunt and everything like that. And then we're going to have to roost at least once between taunts. I think since we got the taunt off first, we're going to be fine, because it looks like we outspeed them. Yeah, if you guys want to run this part of the video on like 2x speed, I totally understand. I would probably do the same thing. But who knows? Maybe we can get this done sooner rather than later. Brave Bird. Nice. They'll take recoil. Their taunt goes away. Or shook off the taunt. Whatever you want to consider that. Let's go with the taunt over there. Nice. And the good thing, too, is even if they were like a Dark Terra or anything like that, we wouldn't have to really worry about them... not being able to taunt them, because it's not like we're a prankster taunt, you know? This is just us outspeeding them, so it wouldn't be able to stop us. Sorry, I was thinking about potential things that could go wrong here, but again, we're in a really good rhythm right there, because again, we're able to get the taunt off, and we had the speed. So there was going to be no opportunity for them to taunt us, go for a roost, or what was their other one? Tailwind? And that wasn't really going to help them. Unless they really wanted to kind of get away from our taunt and everything like that. But either way, still picked up the win. I know that was a little boring in the end game, but still, a victory is a victory. Good game. Well, this ain't looking good for us, man. This, I do not like the way this team looks, because despite the fact that they do have one mon that is a slow Trick Room mon, the rest of this team is pretty damn fast. Again, I will say the downside here is going to be the fact that it's not like we have redirect or anything like that, so it's going to be a little tough. I still think we're going to start T-Tar and Excadrill. I don't think that's going to be bad. Yikes, though. Then, honestly, I think it's going to have to be Primarina and Corviknight again. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I think that's going to be our best-case scenario. Assuming they end up starting with Annihilate and the Mice, I think we're going to Terrastallize T-Tar here. I think. We'll figure it out, though. Who do they lead? That is exactly who they lead. Okay. I would imagine they're just going to go beat up here. That's what I would imagine. So, let's Terra Blast. And we can actually go Earthquake, too, just in case they go for a Follow Me, or maybe... Yeah, they ain't going for a Fire Terra. That would be absolutely ridiculous. But still, that would just mean that the Flying Terra would help out the most here then. Or Flying Terra Blast. You just gotta hope that they don't call that and they don't go for a Rage Fist over into T-Tar. That would honestly be my the worst case scenario right here. Okay, so no Follow Me, which means they're gonna have to go beat up. Wow, that's a lot of damage. I love that. But Excadrill is gone. But, dude, it did its job. Holy cow. Let's go. If this is Pop Bomb, I'm going to be a little worried. It's Bite. Nice. We get the Terra Blast, though. Because what? Bite has the chance to flinch, right? And that would also mean that that is going to be a Technician one, too. Because Bite is a 60 power, which means it does fall within that threshold, which bumps it up to 90, which, I don't know. I don't think Mousehold even gets Crunch, does it? I don't think so. That'd be really weird. But even so, even if it did, the Bite with Technician would still actually surprisingly be stronger. So let's go Primarina. Okay, that was a big mistake. I should not have gone Primarina. Alright. Alright. Okay, we also have Corviknight. Okay, that's actually going to be fine, realistically. We're going to go for the Rock Slide here. And I'm going to go into Corviknight. Because I think Primarina is going to be pretty important against Dragonite. And Corviknight is pretty much going to resist everything that Sneasler's going to do. Well, I guess Close Combat would be a neutral hit, but still. Okay. And that'll still be alright. That could be a lot worse. Again, we needed to swap in for that. Nice. Okay. Still a good amount of damage, though. We hit the Rock Slide. Good damage, especially on Dragonite. And I think we're going to be fine from here on out. Surely. Nice. I know, we take a little bit, too. I know. Honestly, I think I'm going to Protect on this one. And let's go with the Brave Bird down into Sneasler. And that's what I'm talking about. You know, I'll be honest with you. I've kind of had my reservations about Corviknight, especially with just Brave Bird on it, but it's actually working pretty well, especially against things like Sneasler. It's nice to be able to kind of get people to just kind of stop before we get to the end of the battle. Good game. Well, all right. We got some good news and we got some bad news here. The bad news first was me seeing Archalet on there and being like, oh no, that's not good. That means that they're going to have a change of weather. But the good news is I see no Pelipper. Going back to downsides, though, they do have someone who can change the weather potentially. And that's not someone that we want to see. However, I do think that Gholdengo would actually be pretty good here. But do we want to start them? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm really considering not doing that for a number of reasons, but what's going to be the smartest call here? Honestly, I think what we need to do is let's start with Excadrill and let's go Gholdengo. A little T-Tar in the back. Yikes. And let's go Primarina. Again, Corviknight would be great here too, just for the Sneasler, but with the Brave Bird, bro, that would be such a tall order against Archaludon. So we just have to hope that they didn't bring Sneasler, or we're just not gonna, or we just take care of it before it even gets to that point. All right, sweet. So let's start out by protecting. And I'm actually considering going with Nasty Plot. Because I'm trying to think, what does Chinchino have that's going to hurt us? So let's go Nasty Plot. Cool. Okay, so they're going to outspeed Excadrill. Obviously, we're going to have to remove Excadrill just because of, Encore potential right here. So we're going to swap them out, but... Ooh, no, don't keep doing that. What the hell? The question is, who do we go into? Because now both of them are going to be weak to a Bullet Seed. And I don't think that that's going to be the smartest move. It might be worth it just to put the weather out there. Let's go T-Tar. That way, if any of them are sashed, they go down to it, They go down to the weather. So let's do that, and let's go with the Make It Rain. And we just gotta hope that T-Tar doesn't go down to 4 or 5 Bullet Seeds. It's fair. As long as there's no crit, I think we survive. Nice, and it's only 4. That's awesome for us. That is awesome for us. Get to Make It Rain. Goodbye, Chinchino. And of course, Whimsicott down to Sash. However, unless for some reason this is safety goggles, which I don't think is the case, they end up going out. However, the downside here is the fact that they do have the speed with the Tailwind. I think we're going to have to protect with Gholdengo. Ooh, that's a drag. I'm sorry. I know, that's a really terrible joke. Alright, let's try to go for the knockoff over there. And let's protect with Goldie. Makes sense. Now, if they go Terra Blast, we're fine. If they go Phantom Force, we'll have to Terrestrialize on the next one. Okay. We might still have to Terrestrialize, but we'll see. Bye, T-Tar. Yeah, we're dead. That's fine, though, because, again, we should... Oh, maybe not, though, now that I'm thinking about it. We probably do not have the speed. Let's go Excadrill, though, anyways. I think we're going to have to terrestrialize into poison here. And let's go high horsepower over into Archaladon. And let's go into... No, because they're going to have the speed no matter what. You know what I mean? So we might just have to sack Goldie here. I hate to do that, though. I don't feel like that's going to be the best option, but... It's alright. And this is to be able to survive a body press. So I would imagine that's what they're going to go with. None of their other moves would be super effective. It would have to only be body press. Yep, I know. Bye, buddy. Yeah, because of the choice band, I don't think that we would have survived even if we took away our weakness, you know? Should have went with the Earthquake. Should have went with the Earthquake. Nice. Okay. Sandstorm. Good. We got Primarina. Okay. They have Tailwind for one more, but they're Sandstorm for two more. So we're going to double protect here. That way we can outspeed Archaladon, and we would have a chance at outspeeding Dragapult. So let's do that. Let's get their Tailwind going, and then let's hope that our Sand Rush is going to make us faster than Drag. Realistically, it should, you know? It should. But hey, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Primarina is going to be taking some damage here, though. I can tell you that for a fact. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe we just go high horsepower over into Dragapult. I mean, realistically, I think it could go down to a, I think it could go down to an Earthquake, but why risk it? Let's go with the high horsepower over there, and let's just go with the Moonblast over to Archaladon. Again, we should outspeed. And it's enough to take out. And even if they have the speed on Primarina, which they probably do, that Moonblast should be able to take them out, even at neutral. So let's go. Did we maneuver our way around this? Or Excadrill, but I think we may have. Let's just hope that a Moonblast at neutral is going to be enough. And it is. I forgot how low down they were in their HP. That's totally on me. My bad. But man, yeah, dude, the Sand Rush with Excadrill, especially having T-Tar out there, it's so helpful. Because you think about like a mon like Dragapult, what Pokemon are you going to have that's going to be able to outspeed that in just like, you know, no Tailwind or anything like that? It's going to be difficult. So you need to go with a mon like that that's going to be able to double its speed in a certain weather. And yeah, Excadrill with that kind of power should be able to easily handle something like Dragapult like we saw right there. Good game. So T-Tar and Excadrill is a pairing that you haven't tried yet. I definitely highly recommend it, especially now that we're in Regulation H. And I know that a lot of other Excadrill end up using something like Focus Sash. That way, you know, if they aren't able to take out whatever mon they were targeting in that first turn, you know, they would be able to hang in there for potentially a second one just because, again, the Focus Sash would save it. But honestly, that extra 30% damage that you get with the Life Orb is a huge help. I mean, you saw how much damage that did onto Archaladon in that last game, and the fact that it was able to take out Dragapult with the high horsepower as well is really, really awesome. So again, if it's a pairing that you haven't tried yet, I highly recommend giving it a shot. And again, big thank you out to our buddy Lottie who allowed me to use this team. But thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go down and drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.